Okay, boys and girls, welcome to today's lesson. We're going to be starting off with an introduction to what we like to call the Pythagorean theorem, or for our lesson today, we're going to be talking about the Pythagorean relationship. And what the Pythagorean relationship looks at is it deals with right angle triangles. So if we draw a right angle triangle right here, we're going to name a couple things on this right angle triangle. The two angles that are attached to the right angle, so this angle and this angle, we're going to get to know them as these are the legs of the triangle. The longest angle, the one that is directly across from the right angle, this is going to be known as the hypotenuse. It is the longest line on the right angle, okay? So the legs can be differing lines. As long as the legs are not as long as the hypotenuse, you know that you're dealing with a right angle triangle. So what is the Pythagorean relationship? Well, it looks at this formula exactly. It says a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now you're probably wondering, okay, that's great. It looks like a beautiful formula. What does that mean? Well, when we look back at our triangle and we look back at our legs, we will start labeling them. So we know that a squared is going to be leg number 1. B squared is going to be leg number 2. And again, these two can be interchangeable. If you want to make this a squared and this b squared, you totally can. The only thing that you need to know is that c squared is the hypotenuse. You might see some people who write it as h squared, which is the hypotenuse. It's totally up to you. Okay, and that's just kind of the basic understanding of what is the formula. Now let's go a little bit deeper into the next portion of this, which, if I can just quickly switch my board, looks at this idea. So we're going to draw another right angle triangle. So the Pythagorean relationship pretty much says that the squares, because you notice that they said squares, right? A squared, the square of one leg, and the area of the square on the second leg, so the area of this square and the area of this square will equal to the area of this square, the c square. So the area of these two squares will equal into this square. Now, if that sounds confusing at all, I totally understand. I want you to take a second. You're going to pause this. You're going to end this video. And you're going to check out the video right below it to kind of show you what I mean. There's a really cool water video that will kind of explain to you how these two squares, the area of these two squares, will equal this square. Okay, thanks. Come back in a second and after you're done.